What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and welcome back to our final video in our Christmas community series where I review movies every single Sunday for the month of December. Now, this is the fourth and final one. We've already reviewed my three favorite Christmas movies, and not in this particular order, but in Elf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and The Polar Express. In this video, we're only 2 days away from Christmas, and again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching all those videos. It means a lot to me. Hope you guys have liked the Christmas content on our channel this month, but I want to talk about the Santa Claus trilogy. I want to review all three. So I'm not going to go super into depth in any individual of the three. Maybe I will a little, but I'm not going to review each movie individually. I wanted to just review the first one, but I thought, you know what, maybe it'd be fun to kind of go over the entire Tim Allen franchise, and I think that'd be a really cool idea. So I want to do that in this video. So here's the thing. The Santa Claus is something that took a while to latch on to me, okay? Growing up, or even when the movie came out, for several years, I never even watched it, and honestly, the first two times, I'd say at least the first two times, I didn't even like the movie. Something about it, like I just didn't get hooked. But eventually, I will say, I actually have a soft spot in my heart for the Santa Claus movies. I think they are very, very good. The first movie, I think, is actually fantastic. I don't mind the second movie. I think the second movie is fine. And to be honest, I actually like the third movie. Now, I know the third movie, to a lot of people, is absolute trash, okay? It's absolute garbage. There's just something about the third movie that I really like. I think, my sister and I used to watch that. And I would talk about in these other videos how, every year we watch certain movies as a family. My sister and I were big into Santa Claus 3, so we would make it a point to watch Santa Claus 3. If it was on TV, her and I would watch it. So maybe it just has a kind of special place to me because of that it would be kind of like a thing between her and I. And so that's definitely possible. And so I actually really like that. So let's go over these really quickly. Again, I think that's the general breakdown. The first one is very, very good. I honestly still think the third one is more special to me. I think the first one is the best, and it really did a lot of things just really well. Tim Allen is a fantastic Santa Claus, and he does a really fantastic job in all three movies, and the magic of it and what they had built, and starting in the first one with the story that they had told of him kind of inheriting this role as Santa Claus, all just because basically of a freak accident. Really, really cool. And again, I think he does a fantastic job, and that first movie is just really well told. It's got a really solid story. It's got great acting, and I think Tim Allen's a great actor in general. I think he does a great job as Santa in that first one. And then, overall, the first one is just a really good film. There's not really anything, in my opinion, that sticks out that much, just because overall, it doesn't do anything to me. And again, this is not my favorite Christmas movie, so it's a little bit harder to review it. When in the last couple movie reviews, I was really relying just on my love of the movie. I do love these movies, but, the first one, just solid, okay? It's really, really solid. Nothing bad about it, I'd say, and nothing to me that has a really, really, really stick out in terms of how amazing it is. The second movie definitely has some more problems, and I've seen the second and third movie way, way more than the first movie. I've only seen the first movie like 4 or 5 times. The second and third movie I've seen way more than that because they're always on TV. The second movie has its fair share of problems. I think, creating that alternate Santa Claus is a little bit creepy, like the toy, like him being a toy and all that stuff. A little bit weird. The concept of him having to get married very, very in a very short period of time. The second one did kind of drop the ball in a way, okay? It wasn't a very well put together story, but the magic of it was still there, okay? And the acting, I thought, was still there. Again, the Santa toy was a little bit strange. I didn't necessarily like that, but, it was what it was. And the third movie, again, the one I've seen easily the most, okay, they took some risks. They took some risks of reintroducing all of, like, the holiday people, right? They introduced Jack Frost, and I actually really, really liked Jack Frost. I wish, overall, again, this movie gets a ton of hate, but overall, I like the concept of him trying to basically work his way into the family and mess it up. And while I think there were some problems with that, and it wasn't really told all that well, the basic concept of him trying to ruin Santa's life, basically, and mess up his family so that he wishes he wasn't Santa so he could take over to be Santa Claus is really cool. Now, him making the North Pole like an amusement park, basically, I don't necessarily, I don't know why that was his main goal to do. I don't know, like, that was his driving force, was eventually just to make money off of it. That doesn't necessarily make sense. But, the whole concept of it, and the concept of the family and bringing family together, and, what they did with Lucy and all that, I like the third movie, okay? And I think, as a whole, the Santa Claus films are, it's a special trilogy, okay? It's really, you can't really point out another movie franchise or a trilogy trilogy like that. You know, there's not that many people that have done Santa Claus that many times. Normally for these Christmas specials, or even now they have Netflix shows, like a Chris Russell thing is doing a Netflix special. You know, they're one season, they're one movie, they're whatever, and you have just one person, and then they switch, right? So in this one, you have this franchise, and you have Tim Allen being Santa multiple times and coming back and being able to basically establish their own Santa Claus universe, which is very strange, you know, for a Christmas franchise or a Christmas movie to basically be able to develop itself into a universe, like an expanded universe, is a little strange because you don't normally see that. But I think overall they did a pretty good job. Now again, a lot of people will say that it just went downhill. You know, I think all three movies are special in their own way. I do think the second movie has some special moments. I think the third movie has some special moments, especially just the concept of family and being together and enjoying life like that. You know, really cool. So, you know, I get what people will say about it, but overall, I think this is a very special franchise. It's always very special to me. I assume I always watch at least one of these three movies a year when it comes to Christmas, and it's just a really special thing. Tim Allen does a fantastic job as Santa. I think he's one of the best Santa Clauses I've ever seen in a film or TV show. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about the Santa Claus trilogy? Do you like it? Which one's your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? And why? Let me know. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. And again, thank you guys so much for watching these Christmas videos, these Christmas movie reviews. We got a couple more tomorrow. We got a Podcast Now Live, Christmas related, and then Tuesday we'll have a Christmas, just a video on our channel wishing you guys a Merry Christmas. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.